This is the 2025 Range Rover Autobiography long wheelbase 7-seat. Is it a great luxury SUV option? Hey everybody, it's Tom from Vehicle Visionary. I hope you're having a great day. Today we're at Land Rover of Shreveport and we're going to go over this Fuji White with Perlino on Perlino interior and tell you all about it. You can see the interior, a very nice luxurious look with the color combination that we're going to have here. You will find a panoramic sunroof. That front portion will open, and there is a power shade right back there that can be drawn back and forth depending on the needs of the people riding inside. If it's getting too warm, no big deal. You can get rid of that heat that way. Now, we will find soft closed doors, as you can see with the front and the rear doors. And one thing I really like about these Range Rovers, especially when you go with the long wheelbase, is that much wider rear door. Some vehicles do not have a very wide back door like that, so it makes it very easy to get in and out of the second and the third rows. Here is your remote. You can see everything that we're going to have here as far as that is concerned. The Land Rover logo on the back. And we'll work our way around here to the front and take a look at what we have as far as our lighting goes. Everything is going to be LED. As you can see right here, we're going to have our pixel LED headlights, signature daytime running lights. I'll let you see some stuff going on here as far as how that works. And you will also find the fog lights located here on the lower portion of the front end. You will also find the nickel Atlas exterior package here, which is nice because I know there's some people out there that are saying, you know what, Tom, I don't want too much gloss black on the exterior of my vehicle. So you can see the color combination that we have here that allows for a little bit less of that, but I think you have the gloss black in the right places, as we can see, such as with the mirror caps and the roof line that really works well with this Fuji White. As far as a nice color combination goes, you will find the heated windshield, the cold climate packages here. A little bit strange to be talking about that in May of this year because we're already headed for mid-90s in Northwest Louisiana, but it is here. So you're going to have the heated windshield and the heated washer jets. You will also find the power folding side view mirrors with the turn signal indicators built in. They're power adjustable, they're power folding, as you can see, and you'll have your blind spot monitoring built in. And you've already seen it in action, but you have your deployable door handles that not only have that cool factor, but also just help out beyond that in the respect of aerodynamics. Here on the rear, we're going to have a very clean look thanks to the fact that the rear window wiper is neatly concealed away inside of the rear roof spoiler. You have your rear privacy glass for your passengers, as you can see. And again, LED lighting here on the rear. I'll let you see how that looks. A little bit of an animation going on there. And that Range Rover logo prominently displayed. Now in this case, I think we have a really nice color combination as far as the gloss black goes and that color that's going to be displayed with the Range Rover logo itself. One thing that really sets this model apart, in my opinion, is the fact that not only is it loaded with luxury, it's also loaded with plenty of power when you need to get up and go. Under the hood is the potent 4.4-liter turbocharged 8-cylinder engine that puts out 523 horsepower and 553 pounds-feet of torque. All of that will be mated to an 8-speed automatic transmission. You will find all-wheel drive, 23-inch wheels, and all-wheel steering. This model also has what's called Hill Launch Assist. That just sounds more cool and aggressive and I guess more luxurious maybe than Hill Start Assist. And how about your MPGs? We're looking at 16 city, 22 highway, 18 combined, and 5.6 gallons of gas per every 100 miles driven. The gas tank size is going to be 23.8 gallons in capacity. And on a single tank of gas in the city, you should be able to drive about 428 miles. Out on the highway on that same single tank of gas, you should be able to drive about 571 miles. Towing capacity comes in with an impressive 7,715 pounds. And you can see that I'm holding the button down on the remote to open the split tailgate. A couple of different options back here as to how you can use this area. This is going to make it easier to load and offload cargo for one thing, but you also have the lights built into the tailgate itself that are going to shine down and make it easier to see after dark. You can use this area for, well, tailgating, right? And plenty of room within. We're going to have our cargo area lighting. You can see one of the storage options that is available. We'll also find the removable cargo cover. It can be placed in a couple of different places depending on what you need to do with that. And we have everything back here for raising and lowering our seats. Depending on what we need to do as far as that goes, you can see that I'm going to lower these middle row seats as well. And the thing I like about that is I just touch the buttons, you push them in to lower the seats, and then pull back on them to raise the seats. The reason I like that is because I don't have to hold anything down, as you can see right there. Now the seats are coming back up. That makes things very simple. And right here, you will also find the ability to raise and lower the rear of the vehicle. That's going to help out as far as loading and unloading cargo, depending on your situation. So I'm going to raise that all the way up. And you'll see the time that it takes is not that terribly bad as far as raising it all the way up. So we're going to raise that all the way up in real time just to let you see how long it takes. We're all the way there. And there it is. That's what it's going to look like when it's all the way up. Now, depending on your situation, you can stop that at any point or you can leave it all the way down. Depending on how you set things up, you're looking at 8.7 up to 92.8 cubic feet worth of cargo space. When it comes to our rear seating area, second and third rows, plenty of space, not only with the armrest and the door bins, but overall interior space. You can see that you can move the seats back and forth and actually increase or decrease leg space for third row passengers. Get a little bit of an idea of how much space there is. We're going to hop back there in just a second, but I wanted to show you how I did that. We have the controls right here with seat memory for the seats themselves, and we can use the control right here to move the seat back. A couple of different options here as far as that goes, and the seats recline as well. I'll give you a good view of that from this particular vantage point, and I like that we have seat memory on the driver and the passenger sides here for our second row passengers. To gain access to the third row, it's as easy as using the controls right here. I'm going to hold that button down and we'll get this seat up and out of the way. You can see how quickly that is happening. And now I can go ahead and hop into the third row. Let's see if I can do this on video without any problems and hopefully not embarrass myself by falling down or anything like that. Now you can see that it can be a little tight back here. It just depends on where these seats are set, but obviously that is adjustable. The air conditioning vents are right here. Maybe not my favorite place. I'd rather have them roof mounted, but this is better than having them further down. And you can also see the lighting right here. We're going to have our cup holder right here. Plenty of room where that is concerned for cups and bottles and whatever else may need to be used. And you have the control right here to bring the seat back if you need to do that. That way, that is all taken care of. Or to get it back up and out of the way, we're going to hold that button down to achieve the same thing. And in case you're curious, yes, you have the same thing down here. And there's one more thing right there that you're definitely going to want to let your rear seat passengers know about, and that is a USB port. And here in the rear seating area, the ultimate in entertainment as far as what your middle row passengers can experience, and even the third row passengers can take advantage of watching whatever is on the screen here. There's a lot going on. You can connect to whatever they need to back here and watch all kinds of things. It's great for entertainment for the kids and for the adults. And you can see the controls right here. We also have the ability to raise and lower the power shades that we're going to have with each door back here. That's going to be nice and helpful. Our roof-mounted air conditioning vents right here. The old crap handles, because there is plenty of horsepower here, that's for sure. And very comfortable seating, plenty of room. We'll also find the fold-down armrest with the storage and some USB options within that area. That's going to be nice and helpful. And then to gain access to our cup holders, there's what we're going to do. And you will also find right here, we're going to find the headphones. That's going to be nice and useful. I'm not going to unpack everything, but I did want to show you what was here since I mentioned that. And something else that's going to be very helpful will be our third and fourth zones of climate control. Control fan speed from back here, and then when we push in, all I did was pull on that control right there to gain access to that feature, as far as the fan speed goes, also heated and ventilated seats for the middle row passengers. A lot going on. We'll also find some more connectivity options down here on the lower portion of the back of the center console. And a couple of things that are a little bit easier to show here in the showroom. The illuminated door sill with the Autobiography name right there. And we also have the illuminated belt buckles. That will go for every belt buckle throughout the interior. The sticker price, for those who are wondering, don't tell anybody who asks in the comments section. That means they didn't watch all the way to this point in the video. $175,830. And you're going to find a lot going on here in the front seat area. Heated and ventilated seats for the driver and the passenger. There are the controls with seat memory for adjusting the seat itself. Now you might say, wait a minute, there's no lumbar support. There is, it's just not located where you might expect it to be. I'll show you where that is shortly. And we'll have our upper glove box and our lower glove box. Very easy to gain access to. Here is your upper console. These are the controls for the shade and the sunroof itself. And you can see a little bit of what else is here. Now here's something that I think we should see on more vehicles out there, even when they're not in this particular price point, and that is a rear view camera mirror. That has a lot of benefits in a lot of ways. Now over here on the driver's side door, we'll find everything for our power side view mirrors. There's your seat controls again with seat memory. Everything for controlling your windows. All of that good stuff is going to be here. And we'll find the tilt and telescopically adjustable steering wheel. The control is located right here on the right-hand side of the steering column. You have your paddle shifters here to work your way back and forth through the 8-speed automatic transmission, and your control right here for your front and rear window wipers, and turning on all of the exterior lighting and using the turn signal indicators. Notice that that does not hurt me a bit to do that. It won't hurt you either when you're driving down the road to let everybody around you know what you're doing before you do it, no matter how secretive you want to be. And as far as your driver's display goes, there are quite a few things you can display. You can see that you can use your built-in navigation if you want to. If you want to change that, push right there, and we'll have the arrows come up, and you can see what you can change. Your left info panel, the same thing with the right, your display layout, and you obviously have a head-up display. I don't know how well you can see it on the screen, but you can go in here and make changes to that as well. Here are all of the different changes you can make if you want to, and then you can arrow back out of that area when you're ready to. Vehicle settings are going to be here as well. Quite a bit going on, depending on what you need to do, but it's nice to know how easy all of this is to find when it comes to learning your way around this Range Rover. Now, the Pivi Pro infotainment screen, 13.1 inches. I really like that. It looks great. It looks modern. It's nice and easy to use. You have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. You can wirelessly connect your smartphone. And you can see some of the different features and functionality that we have here. There's a lot going on here. Depending on what you need to do or what you need to know about, basically everything is here. Now, I do want to show you something that's very important here. I told you about lumbar support. Here's how you get to it. You can see what I just did. Let me select that a little bit more. Now, where is all of that? Go to Adjust right there. And as you can see, there's quite a few things you can adjust, including lumbar support, the cushion, the bolstering. You can increase or decrease that, shoulders, headrest. It's all here for the driver and the passenger. You even have the massage functionality here with these front seats. Seat heat, something we don't need right now, that's for sure. It is way too warm today. You can also see some of the other things you can do. Fold all or unfold all if you want to do that. And then you can go up here to headrests if you want to do that. You can drop all of the headrests, or you can even go into chauffeur mode, depending on what you want to do where that is concerned or what your chauffeur wants to do. Maybe that would be the best way to put that. And this is where you use the heated and ventilated seat functionality. Adjust your fan speed. You can leave that on auto, whatever you want to do. There's so much going on here that I could likely do a tutorial on how to use everything here all by itself, but you can see what all is here as far as some of our different features and functionality go. There is Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, just to show you that it's here, and your dynamic mode right here. Check this out. As far as changing everything up, if you want the engine to be dynamic or comfort, you can do that. You can do the same thing with steering. You can see what's going on here as far as your gear shift goes, your suspension. It's all here. Very nice. You've got your stopwatch if you want to use that. Lap times. That's right. With all that horsepower, you almost need something like that. This thing's just begging. This Range Rover is just begging to get out and have you drop the hammer on it once it's broken in, of course. But I really like that. Just some of the cool little features that you have going on here that you can take advantage of. And your cameras. We'll take a quick look around at what we have. Multiple camera views. You will never have any trouble seeing what's going on anywhere around your Range Rover Autobiography. Great features, great functionality. You can see things in real time. You can even see we have a friend making a cameo appearance back there in the rear area right there as far as that goes. Let me get back into the cameras here real quick. A few other angles that you might need, depending on what you want to see. It's not just from around the vehicle at an angle, or further away, I should say, but also you can see it up close. So very nice. I really like that. You also have the 3D view if you need to go back to that, depending on what you need to see. I really like what's going on here. Super simple to use, super easy. The hunt and peck method will serve you well here. You don't have to really worry that much about it being difficult to learn, difficult to use. I like the fact that you can just come here and find out what's here. But you are in the right place if you're having any trouble figuring something out. Right here on YouTube, if there's a tutorial you want to see me make on this particular model or anything else, tell me down in the comments section. You also have wade sensing if you need that, as far as when you're driving in high water. Gotta make sure you keep up with how high the water is so you don't drive in too much, but you know what? It is very capable. This is a very capable model in a multitude of ways. And I realize a lot of people will never take their Range Rover off-road, but you can if you need to. If you get into a low traction situation, that's going to be helpful. Here are all of your different driving modes, as you can see. No problems figuring out what you need to go into. But if you're saying, I'm not sure, well, you can go to Auto, and it will choose for you. I like that. Lots of convenience, lots of functionality, a very versatile vehicle as far as this Range Rover goes. There's your wireless charging pad. You'll also find the USB port, one of many throughout the interior. The shifter is right here. I like how that just fits right into the palm of my hand. And here's an interesting thing. You have the cup holders built in right here and some space underneath. And there's another USB port. But there is a lot of space under here that you can use to conceal away whatever it is you might need to hide. You'll find plenty of room within the refrigerated console. That's not turned on right now, but we can turn that on. I have to start the vehicle for those lights to come on, but we're not going to do that in the showroom. Now, one thing that I do find to be interesting here is the design of the armrests. I'll just use the center console lid as the armrest for me personally. I think that works better, but you can adjust these armrests. But I will say this, depending on where they're set, it can make it a lot harder to get the seat belt buckled down here. And one thing that I try to do in my videos is give you a sampling of what the audio sounds like. We have the Meridian Premium sound system here, and I hope my microphone does a good job of picking this up. We won't try and go too long on that, but I know that's something a lot of you request in my videos, so I'm definitely going to try and do that more often. Okay, tell me what you think about the 2025 Range Rover Autobiography long wheelbase 7-seat. Is it a great luxury SUV option? I'm going to have to say it most certainly is, but I'm curious to know what you think and why you think what you do. I would like to say a special thanks to my friends at Land Rover of Shreveport for loaning me this Range Rover for the day so I could tell you all about it. And a special thanks to all of you for being kind enough to give me the opportunity to give you a vision for your next vehicle. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to hit the like button. That's very helpful to me. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any future videos. And if you would, please share this video on your timelines on social media so other people can see it. If you would like to learn about additional vehicles you may wish to consider purchasing, check out the video that's on the screen right now, and I will see you there.